Hello, Calm here, and I'm back again to do another top 5. But this time we're going to be looking at the top 5 drift cars on Need for Speed Payback. Now, the cars you're about to see aren't necessarily cars that is going to get you like a 2 million drift score on like the block drift event. But I'll say 2 or 3 are maybe cars that are good for maybe going through the game with, like maybe just starting out. Now, obviously everyone has their own favourite drift car, but the 5 you're about to see are my personal favourites of mine, which I've really enjoyed drifting with and got really high scores with. So, enough crap. Let's get into this list. At number 5, we're going to start off with the Nissan 350Z. The reason why I'm putting this car at number 5, or even in this list, is because when I first started playing this game, this car was my first drift car, and straight away I fell in love with drifting in this game, mainly because of this car. I mean, it's not the fastest car in the world, but that could be a good thing if you're using this as your first drift car. If you are watching this and you're trying to decide on a drift car to start the game with, I would highly recommend this because it did me good learning how to actually drift in this game. Because it's drifting is almost the same as it was in Need for Speed 2015, but it is a bit different. So if you haven't played Need for Speed 2015 and you're new to the drifting on this game, go out and get this one. At number 4, we have the Chevrolet Corvette. Now I'm gonna cheat a bit here, and I'm gonna put 2 at number 4 because you have the Chevrolet Corvette and you have the Chevrolet Corvette Grand Sport. Now, I've tried both of them out, and I think they're roughly the same. I couldn't really see any difference between the 2 of them. Now, this car was, I think it was number 2 on my top 5 Need for Speed 2015 drift cars. And on this game, it's still really good car to use. It's like I said on the other video, that this car is really powerful. And when you're drifting sideways, the car doesn't really slow down, so you can keep them high-speed drifts up. I think another good thing about this car is that you can use it going through the game and you can use it at the end of the game, because you can get some really high scores using this car if you fully upgrade it, which is why I'm putting this at number 4. Now at number 3, I've gone for the Aston Martin Vulcan. Not only does it look like a beast, it also can drift like a beast. But first, it's story time with Calm. Now, after I spent my lifetime earnings on this car just to try it out, I couldn't really get into this car at all. It was slow. It was hard to sort of like make the car turn sideways quickly because it's really slow to do so. But then as soon as I hit the tune-up shop and started upgrading the car and played about for a while with the tune-up settings, this car just turned from crap to ultimate. As you can see here, this is me doing the block event, trying to get obviously as high a score as possible. And the score you're about to see here, which was just over 1 million, was the highest I can pull out of this car. I mean, I know others out there will be able to get way more than what I got, but I think where this car shines best is out in the open world like now, where the car just nicely turns into these sort of long bends and not like them sort of 90-degree angles, which, you know, the car kind of struggles to sort of drift around them because it is a bit slow to turn the car sideways. And I think roads like these are where this car shines best at drifting, and when you do drift on these roads with this car, it is really, really good fun. Now, I think this is what's going to surprise most people, is putting the BMW M5 at number 2. It's really hard to explain just how fun this car is to drift with. I was doing a lot of research when the game was released, and because I'm such a drifting fanboy, and I always have been on Need for Speed games, I'm always out there to try out cars that people are recommending. And someone said, try the BMW M5 because it's really good to drift with. And I bought it, tuned it up, upgraded it, all that kind of crap. And as soon as I went out there on the roads, I just had so much fun drifting with this car. And it was like my main drift car going through the game. It's one of them cars where you don't really expect to be using it for drifting, but when you do use it, you'll be really surprised at just how much fun it is to use. In my Need for Speed 2015 top 5 drift cars, number 1 was a Nissan Skyline. And I was really disappointed at how, I wouldn't say bad, but it doesn't feel as great as it was in Need for Speed 2015. But there was one car that wasn't on the list that was the best drift car, which is now my number 1 on this game. I couldn't help but put the Lamborghini Huracan as number 1 on this list, because I've tried almost every car, spent millions and millions on cars to try out for drifting, and by a long way this car is just so much superior than anything else I have tried. What you're about to see is me doing the block drift event, and it was me using the car for the first time, and you hear how excited I was when completing this event. Fuck me!
I'll just pretend that.
Holy shit! This fucking car's nuts! I love it! I absolutely love this car. Yeah, I did get a bit overly excited there, but it's just when you're trying out so many cars, and then the Huracan was one of the last I tried because I knew it was going to be good, but I just didn't expect it to be this good. And as soon as I got in it and started drifting, it just takes drifting to a whole new level. I think what makes this car so good is it's so quick at turning that you go into a drift so quick. And as you can see here, it's like when you pull out of the drift, the car just accelerates so quickly that it's really easy to build up speed for the next turn. But I think because it's so good at drifting, it's really easy to keep that ×4 bonus up. So when you're drifting with ×4 bonus, you're obviously going to keep getting loads and loads of scores. I mean, I think the highest score I've got so far on the block drift event is 1.6 million. And I have seen other people get almost 2 million or more using this car. This is why this car just has to be number 1. But don't worry, Nissan Skyline, you'll always have a place in my heart from the last game. Well, there you have it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video as much as I enjoyed making it, because it's been a lot of fun and, well, a lot of hassle as well trying out all these cars. It did take some time. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Give it a like, give me a sub, because there's going to be loads of Need for Speed videos coming your way. But thanks a lot, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.